Hello, everyone. I hope that someone will come in. I'm going to sit here for a couple minutes and wait for you guys to come in. As we get moving with these lives, I will post them as replays for you guys. We're going to do What Are They Thinking? Numerology, tarot, all these fun things. So first, let's go ahead and bless and cleanse the energy. Kim, hi, good morning. Can you hear me okay? Will you put a heart in the chat? Hey, Kim, stick around. I'll do a whole free reading for you here on my channel. I was on TikTok and things got messed up. Can you hear me okay? How about now, Kim? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Kim, good morning. You can hear me both ways? I'll just leave it like this. How are you, sweetheart? It's just you and I. We can chill and chat. Hi, Judy. You guys are so cool to be here. I didn't expect that. I was going to go live on TikTok. You can't find the heart? What do you mean, sweetheart? I'm going to take this. I'm not even using a mic. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Judy, Kim, it's so cool that you guys are here. I can actually do a full reading for you guys. You've finished moving. You know, Kim, I'm thinking about moving too. All of a sudden, I swear, the astrology and everything, I guess, but things are changing in my, yeah, you don't do TikTok. Well, it's okay because what they did is I showed my cards, which are available. Oh, I see what you mean, Kim. But anyway, over on TikTok, I opened the live with these sitting here. And because I do sell them, they restricted me. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so cute. They restricted my live. So I thought I'd come over here and be on my channel where I can read for you guys as much as you want. So let me know, Kim and Judy, if you have some questions, if you want to look at your numerology and go a little bit deeper than I'm allowed to do with you guys, let's do it here. If you're down for it, I've got about an hour and then I'll go try to see what's going on with TikTok. So Judy and Kim, do you guys have anything you'd like me to, any questions? I'll pull cards. Okay, sure, Kim. I probably haven't been allowed to do your numerology. Would you like to put your dates in the, sure, okay, it's just the three of us, so let's go. Judy, stick around. I'll go as fast as I can so you don't have to wait a long time, Judy, but let's go with Kim or whoever puts their dates. You want numerology? Put your dates. I don't need time or place, but if you have a specific question, put that too, because I'm going to do your dates and pull cards, okay? I think you guys will really love it. Okay, got you, girl. Wow, Kim. You guys have interesting. All right, don't go away. Let me write these down really quick. This is Kim. And then Judy, I got you. I'm 66, 1966, Judy. We're close. And all three of us are very close in age. Look at you, Kim. First of all, I can tell you, okay, like in Tarot, this is the Chariot. So think about that. Think about that, how you can make things really happen when you want to. Hey, James, stick around and I will work up with you. You have this twice. This is also the energy of the Soldier. So you guys, the way I do it, I'm going to look at all the dates. I honor all the dates in your birth date. So let's talk about this. 6, I think I'm right about that. Did I do my math right? 14, 23, 20. Yeah. So, wow, you're much like me. You have the overall, what I call, you guys, you know I do it a little bit different. I do have 2 videos on my channel explaining how I do numerology a little different. And I learned it from an amazing numerologist and a shaman named Lindsay Knight. So Kim, your overall energy is 2, but your code is 2677. So I want you to understand you are an old soul, Kim. You have had many past lives where you probably were in like a war zone. You have that kind of strong soldier energy, and you've got to just keep marching on. Stay balanced, things like that. This is the intuitive, the old soul, and also the sponge. Let me show you guys what this looks like. Let's take a look. Let me show you. Also, things like this, Kim, let me hold on. Let me show you a few things that I think will really interest you guys about Kim. Sorry, don't go away. You guys stick around. This takes a little bit longer than most readings, but I really want you to see what I'm talking about. Okay, these visuals will really help you understand a lot about your life, where you've come from, what this energy is you're dealing with, and what I'm talking about, you'll see in the visuals. So hold on, stick with me. Okay. All right, Kim, you're still here. Yes, you are a survivor, sweetheart. You are a soldier. You are a warrior. This, though, is the energy of the sponge, okay? This is where you absorb everything around you, and you've done this. I feel like you really have come into this life with burdens that don't even belong to you. So if we were to look at some of your childhood trauma, things like that, because these 7s, this soldier energy really does talk about somebody with past life soldier energy, childhood trauma, and I'll explain a little bit more. The energy of the soldier and the chariot, which is very strong in you, is all about, okay, first of all, you know how powerful and spiritual it is. 7 days of the week, 7 major notes, 7 moons of Christ. Just, it's so spiritual, but this does speak to how powerful you are as a chariot and as a soldier. And when people are around you, they really feel your energy. You're very charismatic, willful, stubborn at times, independent. But at the same time, you absorb a lot of energy, and we'll get to that. The greatest challenge for you feeling like a survivor, soldier, warrior, is finding balance in your life, finding balance emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And when you do, nothing will be impossible. Now, another reason you may feel unbalanced is 6 and 9s mirror each other, and you can have a tendency to spin with this kind of energy. 6 is the lovers, and it's also the muse. Very creative people. 9s are the hermit. So you have the ability to really listen to your inner intuition, your inner guidance, and shine within to help others. But this is also, and it's the prophet. Okay, so how beautiful are you? This is the high priestess, is your overall energy. So you're extremely, extremely intuitive. And I think because of this hermit, sweetheart, you have the ability to keep shining that light through this trauma that you've experienced. But you do absorb a lot of stuff that doesn't belong to you. You probably did this even the 9 months in your mom's womb. Like, what was going on with your mom? We could look at her dates. But this is something I want you to remember. And let me tell you about the high priestess, the intuitive. But see, you're also a prophet. I mean, you have deep past life energy, deep wisdom. Just don't spin. Stay, make decisions. Don't get unbalanced and keep letting that light shine. But the overall energy of the intuitive is being a record keeper. Now, let me show you some of this. The sponge. Here you are. Look how beautiful and sparkly and gorgeous you are. This is somebody who is highly intuitive, who has walked the earth many times before. You're very responsible and you feel the need to be responsible. And again, I know that you came into this world carrying a lot of weight. Let me write your mom's birth date down. And it could be your dad, I don't know, both, lots of things. We'll look at that. But also understand, alert and aware of what is going on and around you and the people you love. You tend to prepare for the future. You also worry about knowing what it will bring. You just got to stay in the moment. Don't let these get you spinning, okay? If you are concerned in your world, it is difficult for you to rest. You may be distracted by a nagging dread, even when times are peaceful and calm, because you came into this world with burdens that don't belong to you and absorbing everything. And I want you to understand there can be a sense of duality. You want to watch out that you always communicate how you feel and don't stay in a state of denial about anything. Just own it. Hey, Peggy. Hi, everybody. I love you guys for my little surprise live and you're here. Love it. I'm going to start doing this a lot more. Okay, your dad. This is your mom. This is your dad. 1949. 28. Wow. 04. This 5 in your mom is all about soul contracts. That I can tell you for sure. Wow, your mom is all about soul contracts. Let's see, 10, 18 is a 9. Wow, your mom is 9, 5, 8, 5. So you do have this soul contract with your mom as well. But let's look at your dad's dates real quick before I go on. Wow. Right? 18, 19, yeah. Wow. So, Kim, can you see? This is very interesting. There's a lot of soul connections between your mom and dad. Your mom probably is, this is the Hierophant, the hermit, the prophet, the Hierophant, the church. And I don't mean anything religious. It's someone who holds very deep in their heart what they find to be moral. These are about soul contracts. This is a visionary, an advocate, but your mom may have also had a lot of trauma that split that eight. Eights tend to spin. So in that sense, you and your mom may spin around each other a little bit. But what's interesting to me, Kim, your dad has the energy of the magician and the alchemist, somebody who can really make things happen and manifest. There's also the sense of him being a butterfly, like having to constantly reinvent himself. This is the emperor, the ruler, the magician again. He probably keeps a lot of secrets, soul contracts, soulmates. So they have a lot in common. More, you are different than your parents, Kim, very different than your parents. And they may have treated you differently. And I do feel that your childhood was filled with trauma, and there's a little bit of you that's fractured. I also think that you're quite the record keeper, and this comes from past life energy. And oh my gosh, I see it in the numbers. There's something here where you're very different, and I want to show you what that looks like. I pulled it out already. Let me show you. This 7. Number 1, I feel like you've always felt like you didn't belong. Like you have been through past lives and you feel like you come from a place of the stars. And yes, God bless them for the soul contracts they have. They must have met to have you, but you are quite different from your parents. And that's neither good or bad. It's just what it is. Let me read to you more what Lindsay has about this card 34, which is 7, which is very strong in you. It's the alien connected with the energy of the moon and the stars. Curiosity of other galaxies and life forms. The goddess, the loner. And see, I think they're making you feel that way even more. So learning these things can help your relationships, because you could be like, you guys, I know I'm so different, but I come with a lot of wisdom, a lot of strength, a lot of charisma, and so much intuition. Don't alienate me. And when you can have these discussions, maybe they'll be like, oh my gosh, Kim, that makes sense. Because you often feel like you don't belong. You don't want to conform. You're an original thinker, a visionary, which I would say your mom is too in a way. Struggles with intimacy, inspired by change, but fear of the unknown. So you've got to stay in the moment so you don't spin a lot with the 6 and the 9 mirroring each other. Yeah, my goodness, do they still talk to each other? You are very different from them, and it's not good or bad. But that's what's causing this disconnect with you guys. And if they would just understand, you roll in a completely different frequency than they do. You really do. And you came into this world this way. And you question everything, and you have some commitment issues. Now, interestingly enough, you have the 6s in you. And I want to talk to you about this a little bit. This is 51. These are some of the things I want you to work through. This is the shadow, because this is like where something has been following you and you know it. You've tried everything to pretend you can't see it or feel it. It lingers behind you. It has never come into the light. It has never presented itself fully until now. Oh, Kim, you might be missing some of your other soulmates. And I know that you will find them, and they will come into your life. But I want you to know that this thing, this shadow that's lingering, has never really presented itself fully until now, Kim. No matter its legacy, its power can no longer harm you. I want you to set free of all of this shadow stuff. And people using, this can be a knife, can protect you, it can hurt you. And this is what you've been through in a past life with sevens. You've been harmed. Maybe you've hurt other people, but we're going to get rid of this, and we're going to get rid of it right now, okay? Because all of this has a hook in you. And until you clear this guy right here, and a lot of record keeping, which is fine. This is more indication to me that you really are an old soul, and you came and you're holding all these records. Some of them are haunting you, and they have quite a grip on you. All right? And I want you to understand too, the damage has already been done. You may have brought this shadow forward from a past life experience. The energy that feeds it is old. Okay? Both. Whatever it is, you're going to let go of it right now. I'm going to help you. I encourage you to confront whatever it is that haunts you so you may restore the peace you deserve. Its power does not come from its history. Its power comes from remaining in the shadows. And this, very much the energy of 2, is somebody wearing a mask, hiding the shadow, denial of emotions, whatever it is, Kim, how alienated you feel, own it, express it, live in it. Don't let it keep this grip on you. Okay? Also, before I move on, Kim, that's beautiful. I would talk to Dawn about astrocartography and what was going. I mean, you were meant to live there. And if you feel haunted by it, I want you to meditate on it and understand that you can love and release this shadow energy. Well, all you have to do is say, I do not consent. I want the light in me and around me, and I want these shadows. You can go now. You have my permission to go. It is something you brought from a past life that does not belong to you. So you really just, it's simple. Cut the cord. Cut the cord. Don't let it continue to have a grip on you. Just cut that cord. Kim, I will share my email with you somehow through this because I have some rituals, simple things, nothing woo-woo, that can help you release this energy. But its power comes from remaining in the shadow of this and wearing a mask about it. It's time to work on that. Cut it free from you. I also want you to know that confronting it bravely, which you can do as a chariot, is okay. Here's what I got to read. I'm going to restate this. Drawing this energy to the light, which you can do as a prophet, as a hermit. You know what that looks like from tarot. Drawing this energy to the light, exposing it fully, all of this, confronting it bravely will rob it of its hold on you. So you just have to own this. Think about what was going on when you were little. Forgiveness goes a long way. Oh, Kim. Well, let's own it. Let's own it. And if the child is not with you now, I understand you've been wounded by that and you're holding on to it very much. I think really getting in touch with that energy, that child, and whatever has gone on, forgiving yourself and everyone around you will start to release this grip. Your spirit knows the time is now and you are ready to do this, Kim, okay? I want to read to you a little bit about the grip that's in you as a 6. This is about fear, anxiety, the knot that you get in your stomach, and it's usually transferred from the energy of the mother while developing inside of her. So you too, what was going on when you were pregnant? Okay, I'm going to tell you that you can release this energy. Don't stay stuck in it. You're holding on to this so tightly. Just let it go. Do not consent when you see the shadows, when you feel the energy. Say, I am a prophet. I bring in the light. I have been released from these chains. Oh, wow. Wow, honey. That's a lot. Wow, Kim. That's a lot. And that's not fair. And I think that has to be healed. That has to be addressed. And I think you know the time is now. And nobody like a chariot that you have in you so much. No, you have the power to make things happen. I also want you to know this is about liberation, honoring the importance of personal freedom, personal power, and freedom of choice. You are released from a state of oppression and bondage. And because of all of this, Kim, this is why you have commitment issues. It comes from not only all of that, but a past life. And you don't like to be controlled, and you struggle with decision makings. Whoa, especially with the 6 and the 9 spinning, okay? But now this is where we're going to draw a line in this year. Let me see where you are this year, because you're liberated. Oh, honey, yeah. Oh my gosh. But I want you to know this is where you've been overwhelmed, hurt by that knife. It's all part of you and you've lived it before, but I think you're really learning how to go back to the light. You're not going to let yourself drown through this. Here you are. This is why you have abandonment issues, commitment issues. 7 is beautiful. Yeah. Well, we're just going to stick to numerology so I don't confuse anybody. But even though you have been through all of that, and look, where's that little child that's fractured? Let me show you the 6. The 6 is in you too. The water energy, but you always find your way to the light, and I want you to do that. This is how you release this shadow stuff that's got a grip on you. You, as the numerology in you, you have the ability to overcome these situations like no one else. So I want you to understand, not only are you an old soul, an intuitive, a prophet, you're a shaman. You're working your way to being a shaman. And I too suffer from anxiety because we struggle a lot with this type of chariot soldier energy, past life, fear of the past, fear of the future. Like, we have to stay in the moment. I believe I may be on the spectrum too, but I think, I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I do know what we hang on to, and I do know what needs to let go. And within you, not only are you the lovers, but you bring love to everything. I want you to remember that. And love will not escape you, Kim. It's coming. Let me read this to you. You are a child of God. Childhood paranormal experience. So what happened to you living on the Indian Reserve was incredible. It may feel dark and weird, but actually it was a childhood paranormal experience. You may have had an imaginary friend when you were little. You may have really felt the spirits around you, some good, some bad. We let the good ones stay. We make the other dark ones go. That's what I do. I'm like, I don't like your shadow energy. You go. I only let the light in. And that happens when I meditate. And I honestly have to fight with the shadows to make them leave. And I bring in the light. I think it's something that you can do too. Again, you're influenced by spiritual judgment and beliefs of the parents. Oh, way to go, baby. Because the 9 in you, they do have a tendency to have addictions. Okay? So it's fun, no wonder if you wondered like, oh, I have all these problems, I did all of that because of my circumstance. No, it's hi, Kim and Lisa. Let's bring her out to play. Lisa will get rid of those dark shadows for you. You are a child of God. God is not going to let those dark shadows stay around you. You're a spiritual curiosity, like crazy. Also, this indicates that you're a seeker of spiritual practice and faith to support healing. So, Kim, what's going to help your anxiety is doing more of what I do, diving into spirituality, learning the languages. You came knowing these modalities. You just are learning the languages of astrology, numerology, sacred geometry, symbology. And as we learn it, we start to see the patterns, whether it's our chart or the numerology. Look how revealing all of this is. And we could talk for probably 2 hours about all of this. I believe Judy may have left me. I hope she'll come back. This is very important for you, Kim, to understand, though, that your curiosity about why we are here and what is our purpose is huge. You're a humanitarian and you're highly influenced by what you have read. So I want you to also understand the importance of the Bible, but the importance of the unwritten word. How much comes through numbers, symbols, energy? Yes, ma'am. Look at you. You become this shaman and the shadows disappear. You see that? You become this. You grow this. Grow with us. Grow with me. And your anxiety will lessen. And your connection to divine source will leave you feeling much less alienated. Oh, Judy, I'm so glad you didn't leave. This is why the girls don't let me talk a lot, because I go into really deep readings. But I want to, Kim, I want to finish with this part because I want you to understand you are a child of God. You are never alone. Your parents, yes, 9s do. I have a 9 in me as well. And Lindsay, who I study with, who created a lot of what I use, is a 9. And she's a shaman. And she's magical. She's Canadian and she's of Cree Indian descent. And I can't get enough of her. I love her. She actually channeled these cards, these readings, these messages. She's amazing. And so, Kim, finally, I want you to also understand. Oh, that's the record keeper. That's funny. I'm being told what to do here. Guardian of secrets, protector of secrets. You may keep secrets of your dad. Your dad keeps a lot of secrets. Also, fear of exposure, fear of prosecution, fear of judgment. Don't. Go be a shaman. Go be a shaman. Let this all go. I also want you to know that you do struggle with letting go belief, and there's a belief if you let go of something that it's a betrayal of the contract. Let it go. This will work itself out. Kim, anytime. And you can book through me. Go to my link tree and just go to the link tree that says get a numerology reading, and you'll be able to book with me directly. Yeah, they have a lot of secrets, and you're keeping their secrets, and you're worried about being judged. I mean, you don't have to reveal their secrets, but you do have to let it all go. Set yourself free. No more grip. No more grip of this. I haven't even gotten to the nines, but I know that this will help you a lot. I want you to understand that you carry this burden, you carry this weight, and you struggle with forgiveness because of all of this. And you struggle with, the future, what's coming. But you have a great ability to really go to the light, continue to keep seeking out the light, tell those damn shadows they're not welcome, you do not consent, light only. And remember this, if you feel any pull to your addictions, that no, I'm not letting it keep a grip on me. I am not. Okay? Let me see what else I may have here. Yeah, I think that's really a lot of it. And I also, lastly though, the child of God, being so curious, I want you to really dive into more than the written word, the unwritten word, all of the spirituality, and that you're seeking and understanding the impact of your traumas had in this life. So I think doing some, everybody talks about journaling. I don't really journal. I write down things I want to manifest, right? Because that's how I stay present. If I journal, I stay really stuck in the past, in the problem. But I will journal. I'll ask a question and pull a card. And here I got the Four of Swords. So whatever my question might have been, I'll journal about this and say, well, I need to rest. I'm way up in my head. Let me take a pause. And then I get guidance. So I really think that there are different ways to process this energy, different ways to journal. And I think that'll help you forgive what's going on with them and what you need to really let go of that grip. And you're welcome. And whenever you want to, go deeper, we can really talk even more about this. So I am so glad that you caught me here. I didn't announce it. It's just divinely guided. And if Judy's still here, I'm going to read for her. Yes, I think that I'm from Lemuria. I know this sounds crazy, but I'm convinced I had Atlantis Lemurian ties. And Judy doesn't have TikTok, but Kim, if you do, go to Forest Fairy. Her name is Mary Moses, but she's Forest Fairy. She goes live every day at 2 p.m. Eastern on TikTok. Amazing, this woman. And she will help verify your past life stuff. She does it through scrying, and you'll understand more if you are Lemurian. Yeah, right? Journaling. I actually burned my journals. That's how sick of it. I was just like, this doesn't work for me. But tarot journaling does. I'll have a question, I'll pull a card or two, and it's like speaking with God, speaking with my guides, and they tell me what to do through the cards. And I find that more helpful than me just rehashing all my stuff. You too, Peggy? Maybe that's why we're here. We're like, we found each other. I should do all of our numbers together because Kim, my birth date is 7/18/1966. It's like very interesting. Very interesting. Now let me look at Judy. I love you for being here. All right. So Kim, thank you. And we'll go. I'm about 7 miles away. Wow. I didn't know there was a Lumerian fellowship. That kind of is weird. You let me know how that goes. Like, I don't want anything culty. I'm so not culty. I hate it. And where I live in the Tampa Bay area, Clearwater is full of Scientology. And if you guys are Scientologists, I'm sorry, but I don't do culty stuff. So what is this Lumerian fellowship? Like, I'd have to know. Oh, wow. I'll look at it. I don't know. I'm very much a loner like you. And look at Peggy with that 9 in her. And do I have a 9? Yeah, I'm 794. So Peggy, we're very similar too. Judy. Peggy's here too. This is Judy, right? I didn't confuse anybody. You met with them. Did you get a good vibe or a culty vibe? This is for Judy though. Is Judy still here? Because Peggy, I'll do your Judy's here. Peggy, I'll do your numbers too. Okay, but you gotta wait. I gotta do Judy. Look at you with the 10. So, that's butterfly energy, which I'll read to you, but it's also the 1, the magician, love it. The 8, the visionary. 2 8s. So we'll have to talk about that, Peggy. Very strong, amazing energy. And we're in an 8 year. But let's see, 16, 17. Oh my God, you're 3 8s? Did I do that right? Wow. All right. This is Peggy. We're going to get to Peggy. Very, very cool. Oh, Kim, that's good to know. Well, because perhaps there's some near me too, and maybe I need those type of connections if it's, if the energy's good and not culty, I'm fine with it. Okay. So Kim, we will continue this conversation. I'm going to move on to Judy. 18. Wow, Judy, you too. Did I do that right? Yep. So Judy, you come into this life, the Hierophant, the church, soul contracts. I am pretty sure, Judy, everybody you meet, you feel like, that you really care about, that you hold close to your heart, all of that, you feel like, my God, I've known you forever. Okay, thank you, Kim. I'll try to get my email to you, or you guys, I'll always you can find my link tree, and there's ways to message me there. My website needs updating, but you can message me even through my website, and it's all in my link tree. But Judy, so listen, this is the Hierophant, the church, and it's nothing religious. It's the morals, the things that you hold close to you. This is somebody who really also comes into this world wounded from past life stuff. And so we're going to talk about that. This is the Hermit and the Prophet. This is where we talk a little bit about, yeah, there can be some addictions, but oh my God, the wisdom that you've come in with. Now, this is the emperor, the ruler, somebody who can really lead in life through all of this. And the magician, the alchemist. Are you here, Judy? Is this starting to like, ooh, I feel that energy about me? I just want to make sure that I didn't lose you. I'm going to read to you guys about the 5. Judy, are you still here? Because I'll save this and go on to Peggy if I've lost Judy. I'll just save it and go back to her. Okay, there you are, baby. So, Kim, think about this too as I read this, because both of your parents have this within them. The Hierophant leads us morally, the beliefs we hold close to our heart, the love we have for our family, our community, our work. This is the energy of the Hierophant. Our devotion, our willingness to stand beside those who are suffering. Now, Kim, we will talk about why they didn't in another reading, but understand they didn't mean to hurt you, but this is about Judy. This is your willingness to stand beside those who are suffering. Judy, you're the person that people really want to come to for support and advice and guidance. You're very, very wise. And you listen when people struggle. And this is the grace of the priestess that dwells in all of us. And I don't know why Kim, yeah, that's a good name for it too. The therapist. Love it. And so also, I don't know why Kim's parents weren't more like this, but shit happens. But this, you are here to remind people of what's important, and it's really not about money. It's not about possessions. It's about the connections we have to each other, past life and this life. It also is about sort of the servant within all of us, an advocate for what is good and righteous. And then here you have the hermit and the prophet, that wisdom that you bring to people, the emperor, the way that you can lead, and the magician. Now, something I've got to do for Kim that I forgot. Let me see where you are this year as we wrap out. Let me see what your energy is. Card stuck to me. So you're in a 2024 is a year of actually, I hope, Judy, it's been, I'll take a screenshot of that. Hold on. Oh, that's their place. I thought you were giving me your address. Judy, I hope this year has been about expansion for you. Really starting to plant the seeds of what you're after, which is great, right? Because we're actually in an 8-year going into 9, which is about completions. But for you, you're cultivating new things and you're ready to really promote change. So this is a cool time for you. And then in 2025, you're going to be in a year of empowerment where you're going to take charge. So in 2025, I want you to really embrace the change. You're going to have a full redirect of energy, shedding relationships that are toxic and unhealthy. If you thought you did it this year, you're really going to do it in 2025. It may cause some fear of the unknown, some security and grounding issues, but you have the wisdom to shine that light inside of you and manifest this at both these years. I hope have been better for you than not. This is also where you take back your power. Yeah, I agree. That's why I should join the Lemurians. I have let go of like everybody, so I need some new friends. But you're really bringing in this change in a big way, and you're initiating the change. You're confronting old patterns and emotions that are not effective. And again, if you thought you did it this year, you were just starting. Now you're fully empowered. And you will have a even more reevaluation of self, of the relationships, some trust issues, but there's a lot of healing coming in. A lot of healing coming in. Judy, with that in mind, do you have a question? Or do you want to see some of this past life energy? Let me show you what one looks like. Look, came right out for me. Very much like the two. This is what? Ah, okay. They blocked it. Got it, Kim. Judy, I want you to understand how gifted you are, and this is just part of you, but you're extremely gifted. Kim, you are too, and with that too, it looks very much like this. This is somebody, Judy. Yes. Look, this is you. Don't just awaken to it, own it. This is in you, very much in you. See how beautiful it is? And you radiate inspiration, acceptance, and hope. You're an angelic light worker. You may struggle with personal boundaries and feel responsible for fixing everyone. And you may believe you're contracted to be the light in the room, where everybody's going to you as a therapist, which I love it, right? Because you are. But you got to put up some boundaries because they're going to suck the life out of you. Because you just walk in and light up the room and everybody's like, oh, fix me, fix me. Well, you're struggling with your own stuff. So you've got to strike a balance there. And remember too, just like Kim, whenever you have a 9, you also have a 6. So they mirror each other. And so you've got to stay balanced. You got to, understand that duality of the Lover's card, right? Yes, 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 yes. But let me tell you a little bit more about this magician gifted person in you. You're the person always reassuring everyone. I mean, times 1,000. That's taxing on you. Okay, so it's good to know how much energy is around this, Judy, so you can, boundaries do offend people. It's ridiculous. But who cares? Let them be offended. They need to learn boundaries. It's nothing rude. It's just, especially someone so psychically gifted. And Kim too. If you don't, then all this icky energy can come in. We have to, as spiritual people, keep our boundaries. And also people have to understand we have our own shit. So, I'm here for you, but I can't constantly give all my energy to it. And that's what people want from you. And it's a lot. Oh, I have felt that way too, but I think it's because we truly come in the room with so much energy, good energy, bright, light, sparkly energy, that the people who get offended by boundaries or get offended by your energy are icky ass people. They're those dark shadow people we don't friggin' need. Let them be afraid. They should be afraid, right? I get a kick out of it too. And I'm very much a loner, so I don't care. I go out, I do whatever I want. And I can freak people out. I've had a guy tell me, you scare me. Anyway, I want you to, you may feel the need to always be positive, hopeful, and accepting. Even though you know you're offending people, and you enjoy it, but it is weighing on you. And there are times where you may set yourself up for disappointment or feel drained from others drawing from your light. There's a greater depth inside you that holds the key to your soul's purpose, 5s and 9s. But you have to be willing to do more than shine. And I know you're doing that. You are doing the work. Most definitely. This is the energy of the 5 too. Look at her. I guess sometimes this can scare people off. She's a badass. She's queen. They're like, damn, I don't know if I can be around Judy. Look at her. Right? Let me also read this to you. This is a 5. This is very important. The guardian. In a past life, you were contracted to walk beside those who were suffering. You sat with the dying, you walked with the broken, those that felt alone. Your job was simply to be a witness. Those that felt, to be fully present. So you're here to help, you're here to witness, to be present, but not for them to steal all your energy, not to absorb their grief or alter the path whose faith was being tested. Most of the time you honored the contract, but there were a few occasions where you tried to take their grief and the person you walked beside ultimately failed the test. Once again in this lifetime, you have the opportunity to walk beside those that are trying to restore their spiritual balance. So see, Kim, your parents failed the test. Your parents have 5s and they failed you. It's okay though. We're going to forgive them, all right? And Judy, you bear witness, but you don't rob people of their path, right? We can't control their path. It's their path to restore their spiritual balance, and we can't control that. Just bear witness, listen, promote, inspire, reassure, but do not absorb, do not save. Your mere presence helps to summon their courage, to take back their power. They know in their spirit they are never alone. This is the key to their healing. Okay, Kim? This is about your parents too, and about Judy. It's about a lot. It's deep. If you believe in this beautiful key, then you will honor the grace of the contract. Okay, Judy's like, all right, I got to know about my dad. She's like, enough about me. Let's move on. Okay, real quick. Let me look at your parents, and then I've got to go to Peggy. But we can talk more, you guys. Like I said, I have so much information about this. 13. Look at that. Look at that. Right there. This is your mom. Look at the connection to your mom. The 5, the 1, the 4. So Kim, do you see how connected she is? And you had no connection to your mom. Very interesting. Oh, and your mom is a 1. I mean, there's the 10 there, but anyway, she's a 1. She's a magician. Times 2, your mom is amazing. The alchemist. Again, things about 1s, magicians, they shroud things, they're secretive, sleight of hand, but they're really awesome, magical people in their own right. You're very connected to your mom. And then your dad, Judy, wow. So, Judy, you can see you're really, really connected to your mom. Slightly different than your dad, but there's all soul connections here. And he's a 6, 2, 8, 5. He has a 9 in him. Your mom is a 1, 5, 1, 4. So there are a lot of soul past life connections. And you're a lot like your mom, but you do have a lot of, what did I put? 6, 2, that's a 2. You do have past life connections with your dad, and your dad is very gifted as well. A lot of intuition and telepathy going on with you guys. Your dad just tends to absorb a lot more stuff. And I don't know what went on in your dad's childhood, but he may, if he's not balanced, and like the justice card and so forth, he may have split energy if he had childhood trauma. Oh, really? Well, sometimes when we're so much alike, you know, there can be that rub. But also, what was going on in a past life and what was going on when your mom was pregnant with you? Do you know? Let's see, 1963, 1904. So your mom, was in a 6th year when she got pregnant with you, which is about emotional healing. But what went on? Oh my God, there you go. Because I'll just read all of this to you. This is what I'm using to figure this out for you guys. The year before was about family and birth and stuff like this. But then she goes into a situation where she's really fearing change. I don't know if she had experienced a loss or a death, but that might have changed her demeanor while she was pregnant with you. There was a lot of emotional imbalance going on there, feeling overwhelmed, powerless, fearing loss of relationships, and also some new relationships. So I don't know what was going on with your mom and your dad, but let's say, you know, maybe things weren't good and she didn't want another baby, and there you go. That's what was happening. And she was just really fearful of letting go of the relationship, so she stayed. And then she got pregnant and she felt out of control. And she probably was expressing grief, definitely, while she was pregnant with you. And it's been an everlasting issue. And maybe somehow this is what needs to be cleared, you know? Yeah. Interesting. So Kim, let me just jump to you real quick. I didn't do what year you're in. Kim, you're in a year of empowerment too. Okay? Empowerment. And I usually write better. I'm just looking through my camera. Empowerment. And so is Judy. So let's go, girls. Got to work through some of this stuff, right? Year of empowerment. Okay. So Judy, I hope that gave you some insight. And like I said, every time I go live, Yeah. Your mom won't talk with you. Well, maybe I can help with that. Now that we've dived into their energy, maybe she'll open up to me and we'll do it together, you know? And I love working with pendulums too. In fact, mine are right here in this huge bowl of crystals. They're right here. I have 3. This one has a little chip because I dropped it. I drop everything. Then I have this one. And where's my 3rd one? Oh, this one. Yeah, I love them. So just keep working with them. Now that you understand a little bit more from my crazy notes, I hope you do. But, talk to your mom and say, God, I understand how you were feeling. I get it now. I have a deeper understanding now. But yeah, make them. Make them. It's always divinely guided. We can't really make anybody do anything, but I feel you have the strong abilities to get through to them and to process this energy. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah. Well, think about, let's talk about it. Let's say we got pregnant today, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. You make pendulums, I want to buy one. Deal. But think about how long we're in our mother's womb going through their own energy that they unknowingly put on us. I do have a womb ritual I can share with you guys at some point that will help you. Do I have it right here? I'll let you guys take a screenshot. If I have it. Oh, wow. Isn't that funny? I picked it. Where is that? I have it right here, you guys. If I could stop messing my camera up. It's a bath ritual. And it helps release some of this energy of being in our mother's wombs. Hold on. Judy, you got to let us know where we can get your pendulums. I would love one from somebody that I know. I like to buy things with their energy. So can you guys see this? Do you want to take a screenshot? Oh, that's cool, Peggy. And I'm going to do yours next, Peggy. But if any of you would like to take a screenshot of this, you're welcome to. And there's a second page, so I'll just hold it here for a minute. Moms and daughters, right? But anyway, it could be for men too. But I just know moms and daughters, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Let me show you the second page. Oh, there's 3 pages. Okay, you guys, take a screenshot. Happy to share this with you. Okay, there's more. Take another screenshot. There's actually 4 pages. Okay, one more. You got it? Everybody got it? Got it? Okay, you'll love that. And this is from Lindsay Knight. Again, I love her. You guys asked where I get my information. I get my information from Lindsay Knight. This is her book regarding self. And this is how I learned to interpret the energy and the frequency around numbers, our birth dates. It's a lot like astrology where we're not just one number, we're not just a sun sign. Yay, I'm glad you got it, you guys. And we honor the energy of all the numbers in our birth date and what that means. And it reveals so much. Our soul contracts, all of that stuff. I just dig it. Okay, Peggy. And you guys, you know how much I really appreciate the three of you being here and always over at the Spiritual View too. I just think you guys are fabulous. And I can't wait to, I'd like to interview people. Like, for example, wait, is it Peggy that makes the pendulums? Like, for example, I want to bring you on and talk about why you started making pendulums and how and where to get, the whole story. So I want to have people on the Spiritual View or on my channel. I am a former journalist, so I love that and I want to do that. So let me know if you want to be interviewed, you've got a story to share. You burn wood. What do you mean you burn wood? What do you mean you burn wood? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Peggy's the 888. We got to talk here. 8. Yep. Peggy, look at that. Isn't that something? Oh, I love that. I love that, Peggy. I would love to have you on. You did? I'm not part of Pathfinders, so I miss a lot of that discussion. I used to be, but I've got to balance my budget, and I had to let it go and just, focus my attention elsewhere. But I would love to interview all of you guys here or on the Spiritual View and talk about these things. That's so sweet of you, Peggy. I hope she really, really treasures it. I really do. And oh yeah, I said you're in Peggy, did I do what year you're in? I don't think I did. Oh, wow. Peggy, you're in an 8-year. Wow, girl. 8's galore for you. 8's galore. All right, let's dig into the 8s for you. What a cool person you are. As you know, Justice, Intro, and the Advocate. ×3. Yes. And you know what, Peggy? It was like it was a rebirth for you. And there's nothing easy about birth, is there? Not at all. I mean, so you went through a rebirth this year, Peggy, which comes with a lot of endings and beginnings, a lot of goodness, but what's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for the word disruption. Disruption. And I think you may feel that in 2025 as well, and more endings, just because 2025 is a 9, you'll be in a 9, even though you're kind of ending and beginning too. But I don't want to confuse you with that, but yeah, you are going to continue this cycle until you finally start to move forward and heal and get into 3, where you replant some seeds and start to feel better, because you really can. You are the magician, the alchemist, the gifted, the highly intuitive person. But as I mentioned before, whatever, I don't know if you grew up in an actual war zone or like divorce, but it can split in 8, and it makes you kind of always want to repair this. There's like a missing link almost. And some of this comes from the issues with our parents. And this is stuff we just have to forgive and let go of. Let me read to you, since you're such a strong 8, Peggy. God, such a visionary too. These are visionaries. No matter what. Very amazing. Okay? There you go. Oh my gosh. Wow. I want to show you some things about this. This is an 8. This is how, like, when I talk about a visionary, getting ideas, manifesting, you got it. This is things that may have happened when you were little, that you saw, maybe you think you did, but you feel guilty and shameful about something you did or saw when you were little. And that has a bit of a grip on you. Okay? Oh yeah. You were seeing things that were not fun. This is somebody who really works hard though. This is the worker, creator, the manifester too, which you have. Okay? This is somebody who's focused, ambitious, independent, can be controlling, believes value comes from what they do, that you have feels the need to prove their worth, addicted to pressure, difficulty sitting down, intimacy issues, avoidance issues, anxiety issues, but driven. Past life may have been a slave. Past life may have been enslaved. So, yeah, controlling. Well, we all try to control our circumstances, I think, to a point. I think, too, you're very much an animal activist, an advocate for animals. Do you have a fear of flying? Are you going to be flying, or any trauma related to flying? It may have to do with childhood travel and all that you went through. This is about seeing things when you were little. Oh, wow. Well, safe travels, my love. It's there. This, though, I believe that you saw things when you were little that kind of haunt you. This is called the hidden self. And the wisdom here is sooner or later you're going to have a discussion with the aspects of yourself that is unhealed. You may have done something really shitty in your past. That's what I was showing you before. I don't know where it went. Ah. I get this energy. Okay, so you may have done something you think or whatever that you feel shitty about. Or maybe you've never received the love you needed as a child. How about that? Ah, interesting. You may deep down be that control freak perfectionist, or perhaps the victim, so you don't even try, you gave up. Perhaps this aspect does not even belong to you. Right? This is not like, it's nothing you did. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and it's not your fault. You may have absorbed it when you were developing inside the body of your mother. Honest to God, this is from Lindsay. Maybe this aspect belongs to her. You could have brought it forward from a past life. Does it feel old? Does it, Lindsay writes, it sure does to me, but sooner or later you're going to have a discussion with the aspect of yourself that is unhealed. That unhealed aspect that haunts you. It was not, none of this was your fault. All of that travel and where you grew up and everything you saw is not your fault. A dialogue and its communication, in this aspect is extremely negative. It undermines your sense of security and it robs you of your future. If it's not confronted, then the unhealed aspect holds the power. It doesn't have to be a long discussion. It just has to be an honest one. You may want to tap into the energy inside of you that shows others compassion and love. Only I want you to redirect it to yourself. And let me show you some other things. This is how sweet and gentle and loving you are. I do believe that you're quite an animal activist and you're somebody that can help people cross over. High anxiety, going from 0 to 100. Yeah, okay. And it causes a lot of anxiety. Let me continue on. This also, Peggy, is where sometimes you can take a little walk on the wild side, and feel a little like, oh my God, why'd I do that? It's okay. You be you. Just, this is a message to keep your boundaries. Yeah, I could see where you go from 0 to 100, like over anything. And there may have been time in your life where you were a little promiscuous. But you're taking your power back from that. Let me read this to you, this 8, because this is about being a record keeper too. This is called the closed book. Knowledgeable, private, historian, somewhat closed-minded, proud, traditional, record keeper, endings, divorce, sometimes reflects a police officer and difficulty with personal, intimate relationships, and that you want proof. You want proof. This is also interesting for you guys. For Peggy, this is called the what haunts us. What haunts us. You have the ability to be a messenger, a communicator, the bridge for the living to be reunited with the dead. How powerful is that, Peggy? Those goosebumps that you feel when you walk into a room is a signal that you have some work to do. We have been conditioned to believe it is the living that needs comfort. It is the living that so desperately needs to make peace. This may be true. I'm not dismissing the importance of them working through their loss. However, this imprint has shown me clearly it is simply the other way around. It is the departed that need your assistance to ask for forgiveness, make their peace so they can move on. It's a difficult thing to navigate in between two worlds. It stalls everything, kind of like a weirdo limbo. You hold the key of communication and healing, but first there are a few people hanging around that have something to say. Be highly aware of signs and signals. These are keys to ensuring the messages are clear. Okay? I know, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. And here, again, the childhood trauma. Look, it's like you're looking in the closet. This is seeing things you weren't supposed to see that haunt you to this day. This is dread. It's innate. Fear of the unknown, security issues stemming from childhood. being witness to violence, conflict, or trauma, fear of something bad happening, spiritual breakthrough and realization regarding childhood trauma. Yay, we're doing it today. Feeling the need to always be prepared, need to know what's coming, control issues, caution, hypervigilance, trust issues, loss, and negative tendencies. Okay? What else do I have for you guys? Those of you with 6 and 9s, if you're still here, creative, amazing, music really speaks to you. Well, I don't want to get lost. We're sticking with Peggy. The one in you. This I'm called to read to you. This, Peggy, is, one second, the hostage. Powerless under the influence of someone they love, sensitive when their freedom is taken away. Past life issues, right? Controlled and controlling. So what, maybe you feel like you're controlling now because you were absolutely controlled by someone else. At some point blocked or limited in their personal movement and choices. May have been jailed in a previous lifetime. May have been imprisoned in a previous lifetime. May have been a slave in a previous lifetime. Resist rules and restrictions or may completely comply. That's so interesting. And with this too is having issues with personal power, expression, commitment, and control. But at the same time, it's because you're afraid of punishment. So I can see that you're healing a lot of that. And let me see if I have anything else to show you guys about this. Now I did show, I believe you saw this, Peggy, the gifted, intuitive in you. So out of all that you've seen, you are so, I hope you're working on your balance. You're such an advocate for not only people, but all living things. And you are the gifted. You are the gifted. Let me see what else I have for you. There's one more 8, I believe, I wanted to show you. No, I guess that's good. Your mother was very hard on you. Did we look at her dates? What's your mom's date? You know what, too, Peggy? Let me do something that'll interest you. 24. Um, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 23, 22, 21, 20, 2019, 18. So 2017. Oh, my pen's dying. No. Hold on, let me do something really quick here. Got it. Wow. I mean, yeah, if you look, your mom had a lot of emperor kind of controlling energy in her, and an 8 too. So she could have been very cool and very just like you, but and look, it's like she came with her own trauma. It's weird how the fours didn't eights and fours. It's just crazy eight. So she's 7, 4, 4, 8. Your mom, Peggy, came with her own past life trauma, and she just dumped it on you in a very controlling way. You think you're controlling? No, no, no. Your mom was really controlling. So I think what I said about you feeling controlled, where is it? You felt controlled that whole time. And by all this stuff that you saw. And it's making you feel like you're controlling now, but I think that she was hard on you, and you can see it. She comes with a lot of trauma. She's a soldier, she's a chariot, she can make things happen just like you. But she's way, yeah, oh my God, there, yeah, big time, big time, big time, big time. Let me just keep going a little bit more with these years, see if they resonate with you at all. What year were you born? 61. So 1963. Around the time when you were 2 or 3, when you were in Japan, right? You were about 2, 11, 20, 29, 38, 47. I might be doing my math wrong. 53. So, I mean, even right here, we can start to see where things your mom was doing, where it was affecting you. These are cycles that we go through, you guys, these 9-year cycles. Peggy, that's why it's very interesting, you know, you've hit that 8 in your cycle of rebirth. You've hit your life energy number. So yeah, things are very disrupted, but it's going to get better. It's going to get better. The world is going through a lot too, so it makes it hard for us to be okay, but yeah, exactly. Makes total sense. And so here you are, this little child getting dragged around, seeing things that maybe you don't even really understand are still inside of you in a very deep way. And you were controlled a lot. And just clear those karmas, you guys. We don't have to. Oh, wow. Do I have, so I hope I did my math right. You know, honestly, I'm a writer. I don't know how I got so into numerology, but I'm moving beyond the written word into the unwritten word, this energy around numbers and around astrology and around these modalities and just speaking the language, because you guys are this way too, like me. We know it. We have the abilities. Everybody does. Ours are enhanced. We just have to learn how to speak the language so we can see on a deeper level. Oh my God, yes. I do have these soul contracts, and that did affect me. And all of this makes sense when you look at it, much like astrology. And so then you can begin to understand these contracts, where we kept them, where we didn't. And at the heart of it is forgiving them, forgiving ourselves, and healing. Ah, right? The good and the bad. Sometimes it all comes all in a big jumble. So very interesting. Very enlightening. You guys have great energy. And don't think I'm picking on you when I show you the cards of, like, you know, this kind of trauma and control, being enslaved. But it's there. So, you know, before I go, I'm curious. Oh, I'm a B negative. How about you? That's so funny. I've been looking at videos about that, Kim. Yep, I'm B negative. What are you? Thank you, Peggy. I really enjoyed spending time with you guys and being able to do this for you. I'm going to do it a lot more. All right. All right. Well, cool. I can get blood from Judy. I'm not sure if I can take A plus. My mom was AB negative and my dad was O. So I guess I know I'm B, but I guess that's how it happened. Oh, wow, Kim, we're the same. Yeah, O plus. Everybody can take O plus. Yeah. So that's why I don't remember that my mom had to have drugs or any of that because my dad was positive. I see that, Kim. I'm B negative too. Welcome to our madness. Oh, look, it's 12:12 where I am. How cool is that? How cool is that? That makes me want to pull my angel number book out. So I guess you guys, on that note, I will take a break. I'm glad you were here. Spread the news. I'll do this more regularly. They really don't like me to do it on the Spiritual View because it takes a lot of time and all that. So I just figure I'll come over here and do numerology and, of course, tarot readings, anything. Oh, can you get regarding self? Yes, whenever she has it. Let me find. Let me find. Because, see, I always go to her through TikTok, but I would try. What's her email? I'm using my phone, so I can't think of her email. I would try the Hermit Numerologist 9. Shoot. You guys, I will get it. Thank you, Peggy. You guys, I will get her website for you because she has this book. These are her cards that I was showing you. I mean, literally, these are her hands. And these are her cards as well. And I have another deck that's amazing. So she is the Hermit Numerologist 9.com, maybe something like that. But I will get more of these for you. I'll get her website because not only does she have the book, several decks of cards that she created, but she also makes beautiful jewelry. What else does she have on there? Oh, just amazing. Thank you, guys. You're so welcome. I couldn't have had 3 better people in this room, and it looks like there's 6, so somebody's quietly watching. Hey, but honestly, you guys, I'm so grateful you were here for me when I just randomly went live like this. I feel your energy, so in tune with you guys, and I'm super grateful. Love you. I will be back to do this again, and I will put up an announcement. And I really try to hope to do it regularly for you all. And over on TikTok, Kim, if you want to follow me over there, it's at True to Soul. Let me write that down. If you guys want to follow me over there. Oh, that's so cool. I hope she has good things to say. Sometimes I'm not sure what she's feeling. But Kim, I'm at True to Soul on TikTok, but you should see True to It. You should see my face and my videos if you can't find me. So Peggy, do you live near Marcia? You're traveling in the area or something? I might see her Friday. I don't know if she's going to be in our live, but we will be live at the Spiritual View Friday for our monthly special, where we will give away a free reading too. I think it's so cool you get to meet her. I've not met her in person either, Peggy. Okay. Love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, cool. So you get to see family and make a new friend. That's so cool, Peggy. I love it. Really love you guys for being here. And again, I'll put out more notice and do it more regularly. This is so fun. Thank you. You found it, Judy. Well, I'm getting tired. Safe travels. Thank you, Judy. Yes. Sometimes she runs out of the book, but she's reprinting them. Let's see. Oh, my TikTok? Yeah. And then what Judy found was for Lindsay, look at am I spelling it right? And this book is called Regarding Self. And you know what else, you guys, about this book that I love? Let me show you that. I should have done this for you. Did you get that? And she's on TikTok too. Let me show you something about this book before we go. If you get to get it. Oh my God. And once you connect with Lindsay, you'll just, you know how we love MJ, you're going to love Lindsay more. Look. Let's go to 8, since Peggy had so much 8 in her. So there's a lot of information here about justice and qualities, famous people who have the justice energy, but also, look, homework, how to work through the good, the bad, and the ugly of our energy. Look at all of this. And then, wait, Peggy, there's an affirmation for each number and stones that'll help. So you might want to take a screenshot of that. Yeah. So Kim, I don't think you had 8s in you, but what was Kim? Well, we will talk about it, Kim, because there's homework for all the numbers. And if you get the book, then you'll understand. Okay. Any last questions? Oh, cool. You guys are rolling in the same energy. Any other last questions before I go? Other than just so much gratitude to share with you. So much. All right. Awesome. Love you guys. Love you. I'll see you soon. If not, oh, good, Peggy. That's my girl. Well, if you feel unbalanced or anything, you're so welcome, you guys. Thank you more. And yeah, just keep shining the light. Tell the dark shadows they need to go. Thank you guys. Peace. I'll see you soon. Thank you again.